All right, so this is being recorded. So here's the Wix link right there. I'm already signed into it here, and here I'm in the, like when you click this button right here to edit site, it brings up this editing section. Now, before I get into that, I'm going to go into creating a new site. So you have the option explore. Oops, let's go back. Build another one. I want to try to build another one. Start from scratch here. Here, let's just say, so you choose your interior designer or interior design studio. Let's try this interior design studio. So this will offer, so these are the things that you can put on here. You can have, let's see, chat bookings, online programs. I don't really like what these, this is more business oriented. I want design portfolio. Let's call it that. All right. They have changed how they do this stuff. Let's just go. I guess this is like, that's extra stuff. Now this, they have a like AI that can create a website for you, sort of get some of the stuff started. This one, create your own site with the website with the editor. So I prefer to do this. You can try this. I think this is like more generic. Artificial intelligence doesn't really do this, so it's kind of hard to customize things. So here, so I finally get to the point where I have these templates. So the template is kind of set up to work a certain way. Like some of them have like more like a gallery arrangement of pictures. Some of them like, let's view this one. I just want to look at it. Thank you. All right, so here you've got like this was the name and the asterisk, and then it has this like little like logo of the first initials. And then it has this sort of wave behind it. And these menu buttons up here, these are things that you can change. You can add, or you can add different sections. But choosing one that has work. So this, the way this website is set up, it's all kind of stacked, and you scroll down to the work. I don't have a strong preference for what the layout is, as long as the layout allows you to do this. So this is like this section down here. In the editing section, you would be able to change this text. So the templates will come with like stock text in them, and you have the ability to change them. So you choose a template. Yeah, I'm going, no, stop it. This dumb thing keeps popping down. we're not going to bother with this. Okay. Here, close that because I don't want to do that. So with these different sections, and like each of these is like might be like a different portfolio, or like this would allow you to scroll through with these left and right arrows, right? When you create, when you have an image, so like this would be like one project. And if someone clicks on it, they get this image by itself. Say what it is, write a little bit about it below. They can advance to the next slide. So if it's a design project, you might have CAD drawing, elevation plan, sample board, but you also want to include information about what the project is about and what each slide is meant to be. All right, so that is that one. So if you choosing one of these templates, you see there are at least 29. I guess there's there's 29 pages of these. So you can choose one where you like the appearance. You can just scroll, go through these and see how you feel about them, about how this is kind of laid out. This is similar. This might have been like similar to what Cheyenne Kaiser used. All right, so here I have mine. So instead of creating a new site, like I chose that. I've got, there we go. So I'm going to close that. Save. Good. All right, so if I come on to this shows me like a lot of stuff that I've really haven't even gotten to and might not even use. But like here, edit site. So this is like one of them. Like if I see like go to all sites, these are all the sites that I've started. I've only started this one. If I have more than one site, it would appear here, and I can ignore this plea to advertise to me. Come on. Okay. So this is my site. I just called this Duffy O Design. I'm going to edit it, and then it will bring up this like the editing pages. There we go. All right. So now you have this set up. So it still has like just stock images down here from this template. I put my image, so like here, like if I want to edit this, it brings up this section in the left that has the title, which is this, prints and drawings, which falls right there. Prints. There, exactly what you need. And then it comes with this like description section that has stock imagery, so I can say probably divided quality artwork. Okay, need to erase all that. So yeah, I don't know if I necessarily need to put anything there. You don't have to put something there. Image. So like you can replace the image with something like with a different image. And in this section, like upload media, I can upload pictures from my computer. So if I go to my desktop and just see I've got like artwork here, and I want to put in the drawing here. Uploading, and there it is. So this is where, like, you with the editing site open, you upload your imagery to it, and then it's available for you to use. If I want to upload some more stuff, upload media, and it's best if it's on your it's on your hard drive. So I haven't put this in the site yet. It's just sitting here waiting to be used. And then there we go. I guess this was meant to replace that one. So like here, you see this one says replace. There, and this crops it so that it fits that, and I think that's fine. Now, if I want to okay. So let's say I want to edit, like I've got these buttons up here, and it doesn't have everything I want. It's got opening hours, it's got services. I don't want that stuff. So if I like go up to this section with the header with the menu, I edit this. And it has like this, like the site menu, and then it gives me the different button, the like different sections that are already up there. It seems like sometimes it's just there's not always a direct path to what you are trying to like what you're trying to change. It's like this was 2 steps to get to this point. So you kind of have to look for things in these menus to get to the right thing that you want to do. And it's definitely in there. Sometimes you're like looking at it and like, I know there's, like I know it's there right in front of me. I just can't see it. So you kind of have to like just click around and try sometimes. Okay, so here, home about services. This little the little dots here. Rename item. I'm going to call this drawings. I'm going to call this steak shopping. Prints. Okay, so it's changed it up there. Should be fine if I good, and then I can go back here, and that has been changed. Let's close that. Thank you. You'll see here there's like the domain. You can like right now I'm editing this. My site is not live, so there's a section here, publish site. When you're ready to publish it and put it out on the internet, that's where you do that. I think it's also giving me the option here. Let's see, connect your domain, give your site a more professional look with your own branded domain name. I believe that's something that you pay for. Let's see. Upgrade your site. Maybe later. Mess around with that. That's just kind of a distraction. Okay. So this down here. All right. So this is edit. Picture. Right. There we go. Replace. Sometimes you gotta hover over it to find it. There we go. Site files. Actually, no, I want to get this one up there. Apply that. There we go. Ta-da! And then for this section right there, about, I'm going to say this is called Outback. Okay. Okay. Pencil in. All right. And if I wanted to try to say something creative about that, I could write something else creative about that. But that will be changed. And here I can add a new section. There. So that's going to put a section in between my sort of like home, like that first sort of title section, and then there. I will not do that. So you can see like this this layout is you know, there are limitations to any of the layouts, and they kind of have the you know, they have I guess sometimes there's just like stuff kind of stuck with whatever you get here. So it seems like I'm kind of stuck with the color here. Recommended. Let's see what happens if I do that. No, that's a terrible idea. No, no good. So my picture, like the dimensions of this picture doesn't really fit the dimensions of the opening here. I'm just going to go back to what I had in the first place because that's actually working. So, okay. So this would be a probably like an awkward way to just show images, such as the kind of stuff that I do, or maybe the stuff that you do. So this is kind of like, like everything stacked vertically. This actually is kind of nice sometimes where you have these map options, but those are going to appear in just about every one of them. Okay. How does that look to you? Make sense, kinda?
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Good. Yeah, it's as I say, it's like the stuff is like whatever you need is in there. I think in this case, like for you, I probably wouldn't stick with this layout, with this the formatting of this. I would look for something else because this is kind of like laid out. Not that doesn't really look. So your preview, I want to check and see like, how does this look. Darn it. I hate it when these like websites try to talk to you. Here, let's chat. I could get rid of the chat feature if I don't want to do that. So here, prints and drawings. I mean, I could make this work if I had to. Now here, so here, drawings, prints. So that's where I have to, I can see I changed this in the heading so that this one is now a menu item. So that is, so this one is now drawings. This is, yeah, they just it added that section. So there's home, Pantheon, Outback, prints, drawings, prints, and then there's the contact. Okay. Good. So if you are, if you don't have an account to just create a Wix account, I believe, so here, like remove Wix ads. So you might need to upgrade so that it can be more your own. Although some of these, like, I would say for the class, you don't need to pay for a website unless you want to, and you're planning on you have something in mind for professional use. I mean, like $9 a month if it's just for the class. Even that, it's like you don't have to do that. But really to make these look more, to make them look kind of cool and professional and take the Wix branding off of it, then you have to pay them. So now here, I'd like to check out like, let's just try this. Create your own website, just a general web search. Squarespace, oh, looks like Squarespace has a free version of websites. Some students have used Squarespace and they really liked using it. GoDaddy, here, top 10. Okay, Wix gets high marks. Squarespace, Web.com, Site123, WordPress, Ionos, Bluehost, Webador, Network Solutions. So here, if you can check out different different sites. This review here, Best Website Builder 2022. Over 500 templates. Watch some features. No tech skills required. That makes it nice and easy. They like Squarespace has really nice templates. That is something I would say is probably like better than Wix is the templates made for Squarespace, and so it seems like you can do a lot with them. You can use like some data analysis if you want marketing stuff. You don't necessarily need that kind of thing for what you're doing. You're creating a portfolio, but I want you to be able to put it online because if you're applying for a job and someone wants to see your portfolio, this is a really easy way for them to see your portfolio. It can be nice, coming up with if you had a printed version. Printed versions are really nice to bring with you to an interview, even if it's like an abbreviation of your website. But that's not going to be a requirement for the course because it is enough work for the credit that you are earning to do the website. So smaller, printed things even like pamphlets, like your business cards too. That's an opportunity to make something that's a good introduction, something that shows somewhat of your design sensibility. What that might look like. Okay. So if you want to see some different ones, you can check out some others. Squarespace. I think we're going to have to say get started. They generally will. Oh, here we go. Squarespace. We got design. Next. Self-service. Well, they don't really have a whole lot for showcase board. If you would maintain a blog, you can include it. But if you're not going to do a blog, then don't put it up. Then don't use it. Go. All right, so it's going to make recommendations. Let's see, let's preview this one, and you can see how you feel about it. All right, so this is kind of simple, not bad. This actually is kind of nicely organized that you can put multiple images in this section. Go back. Oh, actually, preview that. Good. This one. So that's actually not a bad template right there. The Ida Kester and this designer is in Detroit. That's got a high coolness rating right there. So different recommended starting points. So you can just, you really have to just go through these things and see like what it like, even like the first, like the home page or the landing page, just see like, does that look good to you? Do you like the way, do you like the way this looks? Okay. The main thing I want to see is your, I want to be able to see your work clearly in an organized way in your portfolio. And I think this is kind of nice that nowadays you don't have to hire a web designer to build a website for you, which is what I did. My website that I have is designed by a web designer who's quite good and is an acquaintance of mine, and so I didn't have to do it. But I am able to edit it. I have the I have only he and I can go in and edit my site. So like that. So with any of these, you're going to have like menu, like these, like menu items up here for people. Like so, like do our services company. It'll take you to this. You go home. This has featured work. There. Good. So this is like an initial one. Services. So they're often made with a bit of redundancies. So the and since I mentioned it, so mine is set up in this kind of gallery format. Very simple. And yeah, see, I know what I'm talking about. The blog. I have not even used the blog. I hadn't put it in there, and I can remove it if I want to. But every time I look at my website, I think like, well, maybe I will do some writing, and then I don't take it out, and then um, I don't do the blog. I really ought to because it's kind of fun. So the way this is set up, like paintings. They open up in whatever number of images I put up there, I can put more or fewer. Then you choose them. This has a space down here where I put in like the title and the medium, and this is called Wig Squad, and I think that needs any explanation, does it? There's the arrow. Probably a team of superheroes. Shrews. This one, the site, like this is like, the one problem I have with this website is the images open, sometimes they're a little tall. And so you kind of have to scroll up to see that. This one is called Samos, which is an island in Greece. So there. Get the idea there. Different sections. So this also has like, so here's my bio. And so this is just a bio of me. Not a whole lot about, what my work is about. I find that, I can write about my work. I just, for this, it's like more like individual things. Just, it's actually, that image is Yeah, this image is bigger than the print. This is a very small print, so it's a little image quality. I think I got to go through and edit this thing. This is Elliot's baby picture with his little lace collar. It's a little linoleum cut. I just did this goofing around, um, you know, when Elliot was a baby. His little pink nose.
That's cute. You should frame that if you haven't already.
I don't think I have it framed. I have some. I've got some prints of it. I actually sold several of those. Uh, big surprise. People like cute cat pictures. Um, and like in illustration is something that I've goofed around with. Here is my. One day I will, really get myself involved in this and do the Chair and Chair book, where they um, comment on. They do like it's like a narrative about different furniture pieces, different furniture objects. So this is like a demo of a cover with that big pile of chairs, and Slats and Foley are checking it out. And here's the Barcelona chair. Some of you have seen this, I believe. But I like drawing. I like comic, like sort of comic book style illustration, and I like that narrative format. And I'd always wanted to do it and didn't do it. In high school, I kind of gave up on it because I thought that sounds like it's I can't do it. It's too hard. Went to college for fine arts, and then when I started teaching at Harrington and was teaching design students, I realized after about maybe 5 years, like I'm teaching illustration. I ought to be able to do illustration. So here, this is the only one I've finished is the Barcelona chair, which of course has got to be first in furniture design. And these two chairs. Foldy is the metal folding chair, and he's the intellectual one, and Slats is the wooden slatted folding chair, and he's the loudmouth smartass. But they balance each other pretty well. So this is Mies van der Rohe designed the Barcelona Pavilion. He needed a chair. And he designed essentially a throne for the King and Queen of Spain, which is a modernist throne. And here you see Mies van der Rohe, as he always did, creating his furniture from a bolt of energy from his hand. That's all he needed. Then Slats assumes that he made millions. Not so fast. That did not happen until 1948 when Knoll began to manufacture it. It was not originally intended for mass production, but Florence Knoll was connected to these guys. She knew Mies van der Rohe. And so he said, yes, you can license this. And then it was a big hit, surprised everyone, even Florence Knoll herself, St. Florence. She did once say this, they almost became a cliche of every new entrance lobby. Almost? I see this. Do you see this chair everywhere? And around Chicago, you go to, and built like high rises. It's insane. Like the chair is popular. The chair, if you don't know anything else, you know that this is a cool chair. This chair means I know what I'm doing. We have style. We know enough to buy this chair. It's a tough chair to get out of. You got to have core strength because there are no arms and it's got a steep pitch, and you have to use your mighty abs to get yourself out of that chair. I think it's just kind of funny. So anyway, this is So this is my website. Just I've got the one thing, if you don't really actively need your website, possibly the biggest challenge is like setting aside time to update it. because this is something that it would be nice if I would update it more frequently. I've done a lot of work. There's a lot of work that is not on this website that I have made since I designed the website, and I've done a few like occasional, like this is just a few, gosh, maybe like 3 or 4 years old. But I like fun, silly, cartoony stuff. But I also like a certain like a certain level of realism and detail in a painting that's a little bit small. But this is if you want to see these, you might like if you go if you feel like it, if you want to see more of this stuff, just you can go to my website on your own device, on your own time, and just spend some time looking at it. This was a fun one to do. The chair that is branches. I painted it on I had this stationery that had this decorative. It was actually very light. It's like a really light gray, and I very carefully painted all of that pink around the design, just with a small brush. And then I drew and painted the chair on top of right over the top of all of that. And yeah, so some things like this, this painting I sold to someone a while ago. I think it's a little like it's like about like 8 by 10 size, and I sold it for about $500. So that was nice. Yeah, possible I could have sold it for more, but I knew the guy. All right, I have a contact form here. Come on, contact form. Huh? Why aren't you? Oh, there you go. It brings up the, yes, the computer is sluggish. Don't just keep clicking the button. Lost. Don't save. Don't do that. Okay. Enough. Yeah, so my contact form is extremely simple. It just hooks up to webmail. All right. There's a news section that's extremely out of date. We won't even look at that. So, on fun, here you have to see this one painting. Elliot, I love putting Elliot in artwork. It's a lot of fun. So here, this is a rip-off of partly it was a rip-off of a Max Ernst painting. But I really love like this really sharp detail. It's fun to paint it. It takes time, but it's really worth it because we make these sort of like hyper realistic things that are not really as things actually look. So I don't know what the deal is with that big like pool back there in brick. Yeah, so there you go. And there's the drawing. This is the original sketch of Baby Cat. Just, me being me. And then, yeah, anyway, that's enough of that. That's silly. I don't have to go through all of that. Do you have any questions about the website thing?
I just think everybody has to like play with it and see what it can do.
Agreed. Different, you are all going to want something different, and so you should all choose something different. It's an opportunity to customize it for yourself. If you like Wix and Squarespace, you're like, nah, you want to use WordPress, go ahead. any of these things, just, they've all gotten better and better. Um, and, some of them, like, I think even like in the Google stuff, like in like the Google menus, um, there's an option for like, putting together like presentations that you could use to create a portfolio. So, okay. That is what we wanted to do. To sign up.
I had something to add really quick.
Yeah.
I was just this past week I was looking into creating a logo for myself because I had already made one before, but I kind of wanted to freshen it up. And I use Canva, and I don't know if that was talked about at all in this class or if anyone else um, uses it. I was also just looking into how to make it a little more, like make my logo a little more unique. And a good resource is Creative Market. They have a lot of different fonts and other things that you can purchase, and some things are cheap, like you can get fonts for 15, which might be kind of expensive, but if you want something that's like really personable and like unique to you, that's a good resource to use.
Thank you. So Canva is the first one you were talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, there's some students have used Canva for like creating presentations.
Yeah, I use it for pretty much all my presentations.
Good. If you can use it, if you can create a website, like just like put your portfolio together on it, you can use it.
Cool.
And what was the second one you mentioned for typography?
It's creativemarket.com.
Creative Market.
Yes.
Good.
There's a lot of cool fonts and other resources on there that you can browse. There's like hundreds.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I think, creating a,
You're welcome.
like if you wanted, like working on a personal logo for yourself is not a bad idea. Even like working off of your, initials, your first and last name initials, just your first name or your last name. Just working on like how do you use typography to become a logo that can be, recognizable and unique. So I think that's a good idea because it's like you can use that on your resume and cover letter. Some students have actually done that, where they just like like created this like with Cheyenne Kaiser's resume, she has the band of black along the top. Um, that like kind of like a header with her like with like a logo and the name can be this like the same on both the resume and the cover letter. So there's a little bit of design to it. Making it interesting is a good idea. For the longest time, it was like, if you wanted to design something like that, you had to like hire a graphic designer to do that. Now, with things, being so much more user friendly, and on the internet, you can use Microsoft Word to create interesting templates. I mean, I actually just like use like a blank one, and I just do whatever I want to the sort of like blank page of Microsoft Word, and you can insert imagery, lay it out the way you want to, and make it look like it's not a Word document. So, thank you, Hope. That was helpful.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. So I'll just So it's so like this so what is the one? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. The design what? Oh, it's
Sorry, what? The second website I mentioned?
yeah,
It's Creative Market.
Creative Market.
Yes.
There we go. Cool. And then Canva. Let's show you. It's Canva. Presentations. Creative Market. So that's what they look like. Just yeah, cool. Looks like you could be on this for a while. That's cool. All right, thank you. So I think that's good for tonight. Um, spend some time, you know, like you know, at some point I'm gonna have to like, yeah, all right, I'll work on. I'm gonna work on a schedule to meet with you all individually, and just so like, you know, I guess since it's online, we can do this at different times, but I guess maybe I'll have to just like put out some times where, like, you know, Wednesday evenings I will have free, so we can, you know, I can meet with you um, and work out. We can talk about your like what's your portfolio, um, you know, what's your like so start to select the work in your portfolio. So okay.